Om Agyana Timiranda Sia Gyanan Jana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manov Pishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svarupa Kadama Yam Dadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sinubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavana Bhyo Vaishnava Bhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So as it was announced, we're going to discuss the role of mercy in our spiritual life. And I'm going to show you my slides, and let's see how it will work. Okay, can you see the slides? Please tell me. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Yes,
visible.
we can see Prabhuji.
Visible. It is written
Yeah,
Krishna's mercy, right?
Yes. Yes,
All
Prabhuji.
these all
yeah.
these things are written here. Okay, great. So Krishna's mercy is described in Bhagavad Gita. First of all, it is important to mention verses from 10th canto, 10th chapter, verse number 10 and verse number 11. So in these verses, it is explained how this mercy is manifested in our life and what one should do in order to get this mercy. So, tesham satata yuktanam, bhajatam priti purvakam, dadami buddhi yogam tam, yena mamu payanti te. Do we have someone who wants to read this verse? Is there anyone who wants to do it?
Voluntarily, does anyone want to read?
Ah?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhuji, you can unmute yourself. Ram Prakash Prabhuji.
To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Bhagavad Gita 10.10.
And the purport also. Can you read
From
the
the
purport?
purport,
Yeah.
Buddhi Yoga is the process by which one gets out of the engagement of this material world. The ultimate goal of progress is Krishna. People do not know this. Therefore, the association of devotee and a bona fide spiritual master are important. One should know that the goal is Krishna. When the goal is assigned, then the path is slowly but progressively traversed and the ultimate goal is achieved.
So you see, this process is scientific process. Srila Prabhupada is saying that devotion it is not just emotion, but it is knowledge. Means we have to get this knowledge from association of devotees, from spiritual master, and we should understand what is the goal, what to do in order to achieve this goal. And on the basis of this knowledge, of this understanding, and not only understanding but also enthusiasm, inspiration which we can get from this uh, association, on the basis of this enthusiasm and knowledge we can act, we can do something practical, we can distribute books, we can cook some prasadam for devotees, some chapati for devotees and other things. First of all, a proper position, proper understanding should be there, and then we can implement this consciousness in our practical activities. And our movement is called International Society for Krishna Consciousness. For Krishna Consciousness, it means that particular type of consciousness is our goal. So we're trying to develop this consciousness and we're trying to manifest this consciousness in particular activities for Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. So we need knowledge, understanding, vichar means a particular perception, means philosophy, and also we need some practical skills, how to serve, how to cook chapatis, how to distribute books, all these things. So to get this philosophical perspective from someone, it is mercy. And to get some practical skills is also mercy. Both are manifestation of mercy. And also, there is one more aspect regarding this point. Mm. Do we have someone who wants to read this slide? Huh? Do we have someone? Haribol. Do we have some readers? Hari, what's going on?
Hare Krishna,
Hare
David
Krishna.
Prempur.
Uh-huh.
How we get mercy. A person may have a bona fide spiritual master and may be attached to a spiritual organization. But if he is still not intelligent enough to make progress, then Krishna from within gives him instructions so that he may ultimately come to him without difficulty. The qualification is that a person always engage himself in Krishna consciousness and with love and devotion render all kind of services. He should perform some sort of work for Krishna, and that work should be with love. If a devotee is not intelligent enough to make progress on the path of self realization, but is sincere and devoted to the activities of devotional service, the Lord gives him a chance to make progress and ultimately attain to Him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So you see, um, this Google Meet is different from Zoom because when I show my slides on Zoom, I can see all of you. But by this moment, I can see only my slides, but I don't see you. I don't know what to do. Okay, maybe we should switch off these slides. One moment. Let's see. Okay. Hare Krishna. At least now I can see all of you. And we have 20, we have 30 people here. It is so nice. Hare Krishna. Nice to see all of you. And if you will be merciful to me, and if at least some of you will switch on your cameras, it would be even better. Hare Krishna. Okay, you see, we can go on with the slides, but in that case, I will not feel contact with you. So maybe we should just read from this. I will be reading from this, and I will be explaining some points, and you can ask the questions. I mean, on the spot, if you have a question, immediately you can ask. There is no need to wait till I will finish everything, right? So here, in this purport, Srila Prabhupada explains that one may be not so much intelligent, but it is not so important. Intelligence can be here, intelligence can be missing, but we are living in Kali Yuga age, and Kali Yuga age is so specific that some people they have intelligence, some people they have spiritual intelligence, some people they don't have. I mean, there is difference. First of all, there is difference between materialistic intelligence and spiritual intelligence. It is two different types of intelligence, and we can see practically that skills, our skills that we get in ordinary life, in day-to-day life, different materialistic skills, material skills, they are not always can be implemented in spiritual life. For example, skills of management. One can think, I am PhD in management or something in management, and now because I joined this Krishna consciousness movement, I can see how to arrange everything nicely. But this organization is very different from other organizations, and we can see that there is no financial motivation for people. People are acting here in ISKCON movement mainly because of spiritual inspiration. So the main qualification here for the manager, for spiritual leader, for everyone, the main qualification is to be able to inspire other people. if you are able to inspire other people, then you can ask, or you can even demand something from them. But if if you are not inspiring, and it can be, we can see this, that someone is demanding for something, and devotees are asking, what is your position, what is your empowerment? And finally, you're not inspiring us. Better we will be listening to another person, you know. So everything starts from inspiration. Utsaha nishchaya daryat. Utsaha nishchaya daryat. Utsaha means enthusiasm. Srila Rupa Goswami explains how it works. That we get this inspiration from what? From Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. And it is also mercy. Krishna inspires us, and if we are inspired, how we can understand that we have we got mercy, or if we didn't get mercy? If we are inspired to serve, if we are inspired to chant holy names, well, we can think that we can consider that mercy is here. Maybe we want more mercy. Maybe we want more inspiration. But not only inspiration and mercy is important, but also our endeavors. Because you see, just to think that everything is based on someone's mercy, no, endeavors are also needed. So here in this purport to the verse 10.10, Srila Prabhupada, he writes that person should perform some sort of work for Krishna, and that work should be with love. If a devotee is not intelligent enough to make progress on the path of self-realization, but is sincere and devoted to the activities of devotional service, the Lord gives him a chance to make progress and ultimately attain to Him. So sincerity is the key for spiritual advancement. We can be not so much intelligent, and usually people of Kali Yuga are not so much intelligent spiritually. But well, step number one, to accept that we are not intelligent, because for some people it is difficult to understand or to accept. They deny this fact that we are lacking of this spiritual intelligence. So first of all, position number one, our position before spiritual master. I'm a fool number one, and you are about to explain me how to follow this spiritual path. And then sincerity. Sincerity means I am open-minded. Open-minded. I'm ready to accept this mercy. I'm ready to accept someone's authoritative opinion about spiritual life. And open-minded, it doesn't mean that we are ready to accept any nonsense or any speculation. Open-minded means that our philosophical perception is based on Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. And Guru means spiritual master, and Shastra means sacred scripture, and Sadhu means one who is following spiritual path. So if we are stick to them, if we are doing like this, then there is chance for spiritual life. He is sincere, Srila Prabhupada is writing here, he is sincere and devoted to the activities of devotional service. And then Lord gives him a chance to make progress and ultimately attain to Him. And how this chance is manifested? This chance can be manifested in form of good association. If we get sadhu sangha, if we get association with devotees, we should consider this to be mercy which is given by Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. And we should appreciate this mercy, because it is not that in each and every life we have chance to associate with devotees. Many lives we had here in material world, and we had association with all types of rascals. and but but this spiritual association is very rare. And now we're going to the next verse. It is verse number 10.11. Let's go back to the slides. And one moment. I'm trying to understand how to do it. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Okay, can you see the slides? Please tell me.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, okay, good, very nice. Okay, so we have one more shloka from the same 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Tesham evanu kampartham aham agyana jamtamach nasayam yatma bhavastho gyana dipena basvata. To show them special mercy, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. It is interesting. Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, and He is the supreme cleaner. He is about to clean our heart. So it is how He reciprocates to the sincerity of a devotee. He Himself can become a cleaner or sweeper, supreme sweeper of our heart. He can remove all dust, all all dust from everything which is unauspicious. He can remove this from our heart. Chetudarpana marjanam. Chetudarpana marjanam means purification of the mind, purification of consciousness, of one's consciousness. And in the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes that there are very, very learned scholars who have put forward the philosophy of devotion. But even if a devotee doesn't take advantage of their literatures or of his spiritual master, if he is sincere in his devotional service, he is held by Krishna himself within his heart. So the sincere devotee engaged in Krishna consciousness cannot be without knowledge. The only qualification is that one carry out devotional service in full Krishna consciousness. The Lord tells Arjuna that basically there is no possibility of understanding the supreme truth, the absolute truth, the supreme personality of Godhead simply by speculating, for the supreme truth is so great that it is not possible to understand them or to achieve them simply by making a mental effort. Mental effort. Man can go on speculating for several millions of years, but if he is not devoted, if he is not a lover of the supreme truth, he will never understand Krishna or the supreme truth. Only by devotional service is the supreme truth Krishna pleased, and by his unconceivable energy he can reveal himself to the heart of the pure devotee. So if he reveals himself to the devotee, it is also mercy, which is so desirable for sincere devotee. And so there are two manifestations of Krishna's mercy in our life: external manifestation and internal manifestation. Internal manifestation means Paramatma, Paramatma, Super Soul, Supreme Lord who is situated inside. And Spiritual Master, he is situated outside. He is a person. And they are acting together in order to help us in spiritual life. And sometimes disciples are failing to follow, or they are lacking qualities, and so on. And spiritual master can become depressed that, oh, this person is so hopeless, I cannot help him. But spiritual master, he understands he is not alone. There is also super soul who helps him. Otherwise, it is great burden for a spiritual master to, when he is trying to save so many people from samsara. And if he's thinking that it is only because of my endeavors they can be saved, well, it is not so. So devotion to Supreme Lord is manifested in case of spiritual master, is manifested in that way that spiritual master understands that I do my best, I pray to Krishna, I give instructions to my disciples and all other things, but ultimately everything is controlled by Krishna. Everything is controlled by Krishna. And Krishna is giving a very nice formula in Bhagavad Gita, which is also manifestation of his mercy. He explains how one can become peaceful in his life. And this understanding is also manifestation of Krishna's mercy, because so many people are trying to understand how to become peaceful, how to cooperate, all these things. And we have this United Nations organization where people are trying to cooperate, but it is quite difficult because each and every country has its own national interest. So, and there is almost always there are some clashes between these national interests. So, how one can become peaceful? It can be, it can be, it is possible if we put Supreme Lord Shri Krishna in the center of our life. And Krishna explains this in Bhagavad Gita. It is the last verse of fifth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam gyatvam shantim richhati. One can get shanti, gyatvam shantim richhati. One can get shanti, one can become peaceful if he understands three things. So again, this mercy is manifested in form of knowledge. And this Bhagavad Gita is also manifestation of Krishna's mercy. He narrates this Bhagavad Gita in the presence of two armies, in the presence of both armies, Pandavas and Kauravas. It means that he is not a well-wisher just of one group, and he is not well-wisher of another group. He is equal to everyone. He is equal to everyone, and he gives this spiritual knowledge to everyone, and mainly it depends on people. Are they ready to accept this knowledge or not? Are they interested or not? But if to speak about Supreme Lord, he is ready to give this knowledge to everyone. So Bhoktaram Yagi Tapasam means that Krishna is one who is enjoying everyone's yagya and everyone's tapasya. Means one can take austerity or one can perform any type of yagya, but these yagyas should be performed for Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is the first principle. And the second principle is that Sarva Loka Maheshwaram, everything belongs to Krishna, and whatever we have is given to us just for temporary possession, because our life is so short, like this, so short, very short life, very short life. So we have nothing when we are born. We have nothing. Nothing belongs to us, and nothing we can take in our next life. And life is so short, very short life. And we should understand that whatever wealth, whatever capacities is given to us in this life, it is given by Krishna. If it is given by Krishna, it should be dedicated to Krishna, for Krishna. It is very simple and very logical. If it is given by Krishna, it should be dedicated for Krishna's happiness. And it is called devotion. It is called yukta vairagya. Yukta vairagya means when whatever we have, we're trying to engage it in devotional service. And it is the way how we can get mercy of Krishna. We do our steps to Krishna. We do our steps, and he is making his steps toward us. And we can dedicate 4 things to Supreme Lord. And these 4 things are prana, artha, Dhya and Vacha. Prana, Artha, Dhya, Vacha. Prana means living air, means energy. We can put some endeavors, we can do something nice for Supreme Lord. It is called prana. Then artha, some material resources, some money, we can use this money, we can donate money for some ISKCON projects. Then diya means our intelligence. We can sit and read this Srila Prabhupada's books, and in such way we're trying to understand what is the meaning of these books. And vacha means power of speech, means we're speaking about Krishna. So these four things can be dedicated in devotional service, can be used in devotional service. We can discuss some mundane things, or we can discuss some news from TV, Doordarshan, we can discuss some different things. And but it is useless. It cannot make us free from samsara. It cannot make us free from samsara. But the same ability to speak we can use when we chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And we can use material resources in this process of devotional service. Krishna knows everything. He is Supreme Lord, who is situated in everyone's heart. So he knows how we use the resources that he gave us. He knows everything. So if we use it for his happiness, then he is happy. If we use it for our sense enjoyment, well, he is quite accustomed to this because mainly people are materialistic. So he is quite accustomed. He is not surprised because it is quite typical for inhabitants of material world that people are implementing their resources just for their own pleasure, for their own enjoyment. So Krishna is not surprised. He has seen this many, many times. But we can surprise our Supreme Lord Shri Krishna by doing something nice for him. Because it is, how do we call it? What is the verse? The verse is Vasudeva Sarvam Iti Samahatma Sudurlabhah. This verse. So these people are so rare who understood something in spiritual life. They are so rare. So if we are serious in spiritual life, we can impress Supreme Lord. And one Prabhuji, he wants to ask the question. Please ask your question. Or maybe it is Mataji. Maybe she is Mataji, I don't know. Anyway, we have one participant who raised his hand. Please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. How are you, Prabhu?
Very nice. What about you?
I am also fine.
Very good.
Prabhuji, I have one question. I
Yes,
cannot
please.
focus on my studies. So how can I focus? I chant also 16 rounds, but with it, what can I do? Means I am more interested in in coding, in computer analysis than these studies. So what can I do so that I can focus in studies also?
Please repeat your question. I didn't understand the question.
Uh, Prabhuji, as
Uh-huh.
I am more interested in computer analytics
Uh-huh.
and coding and all. Okay, but I
Okay.
cannot focus my attention in studies, and and I am having less interested in studies. So
Okay.
what can I do so to gain my interest in studies?
Ah, but who have chosen what kind of studies you are taking? Was it your choice
Commerce,
or not?
commerce,
Ah,
commerce.
commerce. I understood. I'm asking, did you yourself have you chosen this type of education, or you were forced by someone?
No, no, not forced by someone, but I have chosen this type of education.
Uh-huh.
And when I get the coding and all, I feel more interested while doing the coding and all. So that's
Ah,
why.
that's normal. You just do it for Krishna. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, of course.
You can ask
And
when
I feel,
yeah.
and Prabhuji, I feel more interested in books distribution and all, and I feel more interested in kirtan. But my taste has gone of studies and all. My taste has gone.
Ah,
But I
uh,
can do coding and all. So that's
okay,
why.
okay. So how many years left before you will become graduated?
After 4 years, I will be graduated. I will be graduated after four
Oh,
or 5 years.
oh, okay. Well, Prabhuji, just just do it out of duty. I mean, if you are really serious about to be graduated as a commerce, just do it out of duty. It is good sign that you take more delight from spiritual life. It is good
Yeah.
from spiritual perspective. It is good,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, and I pray also to the Supreme Personality of the Godhead that please give me one quality, and He have given me the quality of the coding and all. So I feel more interested in it, and
uh,
I pray also to Krishna that I can be more advanced in it,
more advanced in what?
in a computer coding and spiritual life.
Ah, okay. You please ask Krishna that he will not allow you to forget him. It is the most important.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
It is the most important. There should be some reasonable
Yeah,
balance between these things, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. There must be balance. Yeah,
Yeah.
as being a Krishna.
If
Okay.
you become initiated, then of course you have some vows to follow,
No,
and
no. I am
uh
and means I wish to be initiated, and my will is to be initiated in the future
in the
from a Guru
future.
Maharaj.
Okay, it is
Yeah,
good. It is good. Um, well, I don't know. Did I answer on your question or not?
yeah, yeah. You have answered, and I got my answer.
Oh,
Thank you,
really?
Prabhuji. Nice to meet you, Prabhuji.
Okay, Hare Krishna. You just try
Hare
your
Krishna.
best in both areas of your life. Just try your best.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, of course. With
And
your blessings, I will
and
do.
it is good that spiritual life gives you more delight, more happiness. It is good because
Yes, more tasteful. Yeah,
anyway, it is temporary. This story with commerce activities will be finished one day, but this chanting of the holy name is eternal activity. When you will be
yeah,
when you will be 90 years old, 90 years old, likely you will not be acting as a commerce. But at any age, in any age, one can chant and one should chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you know.
yeah.
Uh, so it is good. It is good that you have interest to spiritual life. It is nice.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
I feel more taste in it
yeah,
actually.
very good. Means there is
Like,
basically there is no problem.
yeah.
just
Okay.
just take your education out of duty, and likely because we have many projects, ISKCON projects in Indian ISKCON, likely you will be engaged somehow according to your skills. You can just discuss it with local authorities, and maybe they will
Yeah, yeah,
be maybe there is a
yeah,
way how this activity can be spiritualized. The best way to spiritualize this activity can
yeah,
be found, you know. Okay, and Sanjeev Kumar Chaudhary. Yeah, Sanjeev Kumar Chaudhary.
Prabhuji, I would want to make one thing very clear for all the devotees.
Yeah, please.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you between.
Uh-huh.
I request all the devotees that if you have any personal questions that Prabhuji just asked, you can ask these questions once Prabhuji completes with the session. If you are having any question regarding to the concept that is trying to explain, you can interrupt in between.
Ah, okay.
So I'm not
You
saying
see,
that you shouldn't
you
ask
see,
the questions, but
Prabhuji, you see,
you know,
Prabhuji, when I started the class, maybe you remember, I told that it is okay to interrupt. Maybe you remember.
Yeah, Prabhuji, I remember. So, I
Uh,
mean, I'm just making things clear so you can complete with the things.
but anyway, I
So,
would like to take the question of Sanjeev Kumar Chaudhary, if you will allow me, and then we will continue
yeah,
with
yeah,
his
Prabhuji, why
question.
not? Why not?
Possible? Okay, please, please ask your
Hare
question.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So, like, I don't have any personal question, but I
Uh-huh.
would like to answer the what the Prabhuji has asked you.
Okay,
Can
please
I?
do it.
Uh, Actually, I've seen a lecture of His Grace Gaur Gopal Prabhuji,
Uh-huh.
and he was saying that continue your passion and your habits. Continue your habits side by side, and may your like habits at one day, like when you'll be doing a great at your profession, at one day may it happen that your hobbies, your interests turn into professions. So do not overlap your professional life and your habit, your interests. So like keep them parallelly.
Okay. Nice, nice point. And what is the name of that book?
Like I don't know about the book. Like I was seeing a lecture.
Lecture. Lecture. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Ah, nice discussion. Nice discussion. Okay, so let's continue. Uh, so mercy, it is very important to get mercy in spiritual life, but at the same time, endeavors are also needed. So this combination of mercy and endeavors makes one spiritual life uh, perfect. Now we're going back to our slides. And where are our slides? One moment. It's here. We're going back to our slides. Visible? Visible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Visible. Okay, very nice. So, causeless mercy. What does it mean, causeless mercy? Sometimes we say, causeless mercy, I've got causeless mercy, and all these things. So, let's try to understand what does it mean. So, here we have dialogue between Madhudvisha Prabhu or Madhudvisha Swami. He was, he was. I'm saying he was because he left his body, as far as I know. So he was one of prominent disciples of Srila Prabhupada from Australia, and he was the first leader of Australian ISKCON Australia, and he has got sannyas, and then he gave up sannyas just before Srila Prabhupada's departure, and Srila Prabhupada he told that it is it is possible. Kali Yuga is Kali Yuga. The main point is to be engaged in preaching activities, in missionary activities. Anyway, it is another story. It is long story. Anyway, here he is asking Srila Prabhupada, we say that everything has a cause, but then we have causeless mercy. So would that be chance? He is asking Srila Prabhupada. We have causeless mercy, meeting the pure devotee. Is that chance or not? Because when we use this word combination causeless mercy, it looks like there is this mercy doesn't have cause, doesn't have any reason, any cause. But at the same time, according to the law of karma, everything has its cause. So why we are saying causeless mercy? And Srila Prabhupada is answering on this question. He is saying, no, we don't accept that chance. The causeless is a mercy. Causeless mercy is the cause. Causeless mercy is the cause. Um, the mercy may be causeless, but the mercy is the cause. Do you understand what he is saying or not? What do you think? Is it clear or it is not so much clear? Please, someone please tell, what do you think of this? Is it clear or
Please
not?
explain more.
Ah?
Please explain more.
Yeah, explanation is needed. Explanation is needed. So, causeless mercy means there is cause, and this cause is mercy, means that merciful person out of his mercy gives mercy which doesn't have cause, means means there is no cause from our side, means we don't deserve. In that sense, it is causeless. But there is cause on the side of a giver, on the side of someone who is giving mercy. He has particular reason and particular cause why he is giving mercy. On our side, we should not think that we deserve anything. You know, if we don't think that we deserve anything, then our position can be considered as a position of a humble person. One should be humble. There should be humility. So, and if humility is there, then this person doesn't think that I deserve mercy, I deserve all this nectar of devotional service and other things. No, he is always saying it is only by mercy of devotees, it is only by mercy of spiritual master, and all these things. So he doesn't think that there is a cause on his side, on the side of a receiver. In that sense, it is causeless because I don't have cause for that. But logically speaking, cause should be there. Otherwise, how it happens? And the cause is on the side of someone who is giving this mercy. It is quite easy to understand. We have this International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and this International Society for Krishna Consciousness was founded not because we are so nice people. It was founded because Srila Prabhupada was asked by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati to preach Krishna consciousness in India and in Western countries also, to preach it in English language. So he has got this instruction, and if disciple is serious, then if he is sincere, then he is going to do it. And when he is going to do it, he doesn't think that, oh, I'm so powerful, I'm doing this. No, if something happens again, it is only by mercy of someone who gave me this instruction. So in that sense, it works, this process of spiritual life, this process of parampara or chain of disciplic succession, this process works only in case if there is humility on both sides. Means one who is distributing mercy, he thinks that I'm not so nice, wonderful person. I'm doing this because I was asked by my spiritual master. And Srila Prabhupada didn't take any credit for his endeavors and his achievements. And
Now
when
it is
we
clear.
get instructions and when we get mercy from spiritual master and his representatives, we also should think that it is only by their mercy it works like this. It is not because we deserve. And if someone doesn't think that he deserves anything, there is a chance for him to get more mercy. But if we take mercy for granted, if we think that we deserve, then this tap, tap will be closed, tap, tap through which water flows, this tap will be closed. So if we don't want this tap to be closed, we should consider this mercy to be causeless, means we don't deserve. But these people, they are so merciful to me, so they are giving me mercy. And of course, if we know that there is a chance to get mercy from somewhere, means some preacher, some sannyasi preacher, spiritual master came and he is giving class somewhere, or there is a chance to do something, some seva for them, then we can we can run there and we can do something for these people, not just sitting and waiting when this mercy will be here. Mercy is available for those who are doing something to get this mercy. So we run and we approach these people to whom we can serve, and we are asking what to do, how can I serve you? This typical question, which Srila Prabhupada often he was asking this question to his spiritual master Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. It was the main question. Basically, it was the main question which Srila Prabhupada was asking to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. How can I serve you? How can I satisfy you? That's all. It is the main process, the essence of these relationships, guru-disciple relationships, the main question. And then we somehow we are able to satisfy sadhu, to satisfy guru, we get this mercy. And again, we should not think, I have got this mercy because I'm so smart. I approached him and I asked for service. It is because of me, I'm so smart. It is because I didn't lose this chance. Yeah, we should be active. We should not lose different chances, but we should not also think that to take credit that we are so smart. It is normal for a disciple, for a devotee to be smart in that sense. When we are trying to find different ways how to serve and how to get mercy. So when Srila Prabhupada is saying that the disciple should feel himself full number one before his spiritual master, he should feel, but it doesn't mean that he should act like a fool. He should not act like a fool, he should be smart. But at the same time, on the level of ahankar, on the level of ego, he should not feel that any greatness of himself. And so how we can attain this level of consciousness? Well, just by observing activities of different exalted devotees, by reading Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita, for example. And on his example, we can see how serious, sincere, and humble devotees are acting. And it can become the source of our inspiration in devotional service. In such way, we will be getting more and more mercy in our spiritual life, and ultimately will attain Goloka Vrindavana. Ultimately, we don't know when. We don't know. We don't know. But anyway, this hope means never give up. Hope should be there. Of course, this goal is very big goal, but anyway, we should not give up, or we should just do our steps toward Krishna. Thank you very much for your attention, and if you have some questions or thoughts, please share your thoughts and questions.
Prabhuji, there is a big obstacle in of ego in
Yeah, big
getting
obstacle. Yeah.
devotional service.
Uh-huh.
It's a big obstacle of ego
Uh-huh.
in getting the sadhana with bhakti of, of Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
Our ego comes in the way we are not feeling fulfilled.
Uh-huh.
So how to reduce this ego?
Can you put your web camera a little bit lower, because I don't see your face? Can you put it a little? Oh, very nice, very good. Okay, so the question is how to be satisfied with sadhana if there is no satisfaction in sadhana, right? Or what?
I just want to know this ego is always there
Mm-hmm.
for any sadhana and bhakti.
Mm-hmm.
Ego is always coming,
Mm-hmm.
and like mercy also you have explained. It's a very good thing. But inside, the ego is there.
That's normal because we are conditioned. But what is the question?
How to reduce it?
Ah, okay. Just follow the process. All these things that we have heard 108 times and even more. To chant Hare Krishna, to read books, to serve, to take prasadam, all these things. And of course, we should have a counselor who will be helping us to develop good Vaishnava qualities. I can highly recommend book written by Satsvarupa Das Goswami, 26 qualities of a devotee. Because you see, again, we can get some practical skills how to perform different types of practical devotional service, and we can become experts in this. But our expertise, Vaishnava expertise, is not only in these skills, but it is also in character, in a particular way to deal with other living entities, and so we can read about this in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in different books also. Mataji Sanjeev Kumar Chaudhary, she mentioned Gaur Gopal Prabhu, so he wrote different books about that. And it is quite important to be under someone's bona fide spiritual, how do we call it, spiritual guidance. Yeah, guidance, spiritual
Right.
guidance. Yes. Even if ego is here, the qualification of a counselor is such that he can tell you the truth about you, but he can do it in sweet manner, like Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. He is explaining this in Bhagavad Gita 16th chapter, the austerity of speech, to be truthful, and the same time these words should be sweet, should be palatable, that people will be grateful to you that you told them something which may be which can be presented in different ways, in harmful way or in sweet way. It is the qualification. So the qualification of a counselor is that he accepts us as the spiritual living entity, as someone who has future in spiritual life. To be senior, it is not just qualification to show on someone faults. You are junior, you have these faults, this fault or that fault. The qualification is to give particular practical advices how one can overcome it, and to be a well-wisher of this junior. So if you know someone between senior and advanced devotees, and it is not the question of age, because if to speak about age, you are senior to many of us, yeah, but there is seniority in spiritual perspective. So seniority
Right.
on bodily level is also appreciated. Hare Krishna, we do like this before you. At the same time, if you know someone who can help you in spiritual life, who is spiritually mature, and who can, who you can accept as a counselor, and who is qualified to be counselor, and all these things, and who can transform your heart without hurting your false ego, but mainly by inspiring you to be serious and to be sincere and all these things. So it is the question of relationships. It is chemistry of relationships. With one person, it cannot be done. Another person, it can be done. It goes like this. So you pray to Supreme Lord. You ask Him to give you particular person who can help you in that sense. I mean, if by this moment you don't have such person, you just ask Supreme Lord, and He will arrange everything.
Right. ठीक है, I will do it.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji,
Ram Prakash
Hare
can I
Agarwal.
add two more cents
Uh-huh.
into what Prabhuji asked? Can I add two more cents?
Of course
I
you can.
mean,
Of
the
course.
question,
Of course, please.
with your permission,
Yeah.
Ram Prakash Prabhuji asked a very pertinent question, which I think is that when we follow the path of devotion, so
Uh-huh.
ego often comes, and we actually want to get rid of ego. So it reminds me of a verse which I have read in Chaitanya Charitamrita in Madhya Lila. So it goes like this: Sadhu Sangha Krishna Nam Ei Matra Chaya Samsara Jinate Ara Kona Vastu Naya, which actually means that when you are in association with devotees, devotees, and when you actually chant the names of Krishna, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, so these are the two most important factors that you need to consider, if you want to conquer your material existence, that material conditioned life. It's going to be like whenever you are going to work as a working professional, you might see some people who are, having much more exuberant qualities than you. So you might feel undervalued, right? So these are the things which I think we need to overcome. It's not going to happen, in a jiffy overnight. But the thing is, if we consider the examples of exalted devotees like Narad Muni, so when actually mercy of Narad Muni, transformed a hunter whose name was Mrigari, so he was actually turned into a pure devotee. But earlier on, when Narad Muni was not into his life, when he didn't bestowed his mercy, the kind of life he was living, it was pathetic. So when you have Lord Krishna's blessing through his devotees association, that is when I think you can get rid of ego as well. And what Prabhuji said, it precisely suits the best example. So that's what I want to say. Hari Bol.
Okay. Hare
Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anjali Swarnakar, you have raised your hand and then I don't know why you put it back. If you want to ask your question, please go ahead. Please do it. Haribol.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, wonderful lecture.
Uh-huh.
Thank
Please.
you so much. Actually, my question is, Prabhuji, that you, as you said, that our life is too short to understand Krishna consciousness. So, according to this, I thought we need to give, I need to give my less life to understand Krishna consciousness, to devote, to do services, service of devotees. So I thought that, now I'm doing college, and so I thought, what should I do? Means I don't know when my death will come. We don't know. And next, what is means what is our next step? Next birth means in which um, form. So I cannot understand what should I do? Do only spirituality or live in materialistic life also? So means how can we balance both? It is still difficult because sometimes we living in Tatogun, Rajogun, Tamogun. So everything is disbalanced. So what should I do?
Ah, well, sound wasn't
I'm
good.
still
I'm not sure that I understood the
Prabhuji,
question. Uh-huh.
I can tell you the question what she wants to say.
Uh-huh.
If I'm
Yes.
not mistaken, Mataji, she wants to say that she's a college going student,
Uh-huh.
and throughout this lecture, she wants to know this one fact, that how can she strike a balance between spiritual endeavors and material endeavors.
Oh, very nice.
Be precise.
Very nice. That's quite easy. We have to dedicate particular portion of time every day for spiritual life. We have these rounds that we chant holy name, and it takes particular period of time. The same story about reading books. The same story about doing particular devotional service. So. Uh, you know how much time it takes to do these duties, spiritual duties. You know how much time it takes to prepare your homework. All these things that you have to study. It is mainly this question of time management. Mainly this question of time management. And there are so many books about time management. If you don't believe me, you just go to bookshop. You will see so many books are about this. And of course, if, for example, if someone feels that his endeavors in spiritual life are not sufficient, of course one can increase, one can do more devotional service, and one can chant more rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but not by harming other areas of life, means without neglecting other areas of life. uh, if you have someone who is senior to you, if you have a counselor, then it will be easier to analyze your particular case and to write some kind of schedule which you can follow. It is mainly it is technical question. It is just about schedule. It is about time management. Hare Krishna. Mysterio
Okay, thank you so much.
MMM. Mysterio MMM. Okay, please. Mysterio MMM. You wanted to ask something, right? Okay. Tanishka Vashishtх. Vashishtх.
Hare Krishna, Sadar Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Ji Prabhuji.
Uh-huh.
I'm Tanishka's mother actually. I'm Sandhya Vashisht.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, earlier she used to join it. Nowadays she's having exams. That's why I'm joining it from her side. And I'm
Okay.
really enjoying it and I'm really blessed to have association with all of you.
Hare
Thanks a lot
Krishna
for that.
Mataji.
Thank you. And thanks to Srila Prabhupada who gave us this platform. Seriously, which we could have never thought we are thinking it today.
Yeah.
Haribol. Big, big Haribol.
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 So you just about to express the appreciation. You don't have particular question or thoughts.
Now I have many, many questions. I'm a complete question bank actually. But
Uh-huh.
here today I will ask one question from you. Only one question.
Uh-huh.
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
as if we are doing all this. This is something like a Satyuga practice. Means this is something we are living in Kali Yuga and we are practicing just
Uh-huh.
like Satyuga people must have been doing at that time. So, where are we going? If Kali Yuga wants to enter or Kali Yuga has to enter, this is all planned by Bhagwanji, by God, and we are practicing means
Uh-huh.
as if water is flowing towards the ocean and we are floating means we are swimming back towards the origin.
Uh-huh. That's
I don't
that's
know whether I should ask or I
that's
should
that's
not
right.
ask this.
That's right that we're floating to the origin, but I don't understand what did you tell about Satya Yuga and why you are speaking about Satya Yuga. We're not in Satya Yuga now.
Yeah, we are in Kali Yuga and
That's right. So
this
what
is
was the question?
okay. I'll try to get it to the straight words. Actually, this is
Uh-huh.
something going in my mind.
Uh-huh.
We are using mobiles, we are using all the modern necessities, we are using televisions, we are
Mm-hmm.
using everything, and we are chanting with it.
Mm-hmm.
Means there is something life wants us to do. Life
Mm-hmm.
wants us to means not to do all this and we are doing it, mostly not appreciated by others. It just gives us the peace.
Uh-huh.
Means
What is
we
the
are
question? I
doing
don't understand.
Prabhuji, Mickey Prabhuji, if you can explain.
Question means one statement,
Okay.
and you have this question mark at the end. That's all. Just one statement
All
and
right. All
question
right.
mark. It is called question.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Is it possible?
What should I say? I must say, God has given us birth in this Kali Yuga.
Uh-huh.
One point.
Yeah.
Right. God has
Right.
given us birth in this Kali Yuga. And हमको जो हमारा प्रारब्ध है,
I
we
don't speak
have to
Hindi.
go through.
Sorry, I don't speak Hindi.
All right. All right. Whatever is in our destiny, we have to face it.
Uh-huh.
But we are avoiding it by doing chanting and all that. I feel there are many sorrows, those are solved out.
What is the question?
Oh God, how shall I ask? Actually, my question is in these words only. Ki, are we doing the correct thing or we have
Mickey,
to go
Mickey,
through
do you
our destiny?
understand her question?
All
What
right, then
what
what
is
shall I
what is
ask?
her question?
I'm sorry, I was laughing. So,
No,
Mataji,
no,
I can
no,
articulate your question. Actually, I was
please.
loving the conversation you were having with Prabhuji. So, let's cut to the chase. What you're trying to ask, Prabhuji, Mataji just wants to ask the question that
Yeah,
we are, blessed by Lord, that we
yeah.
are born in Kali Yuga.
Okay.
So she wants to ask that how we can, do not waste our time, how
Just
we
don't
cannot
waste
waste
your
our time
time.
and
That's all.
continue the practice that we're doing, Bhakti Yoga.
Uh-huh.
So she was just drawing parallels from Satyoga. She feels like as if we are sitting in Satyoga, the kind
Uh-huh.
of practices that we're going through. So
Uh-huh.
that's what she wanted to say.
Okay. That's why we have our spiritual leaders and spiritual masters who are always reminding us that this life is very short, and
Very sure.
you don't be lazy. You do something for Krishna every day. It is one of their roles to remind, to make us serious. That's right. Some people they live as if they live in Satya Yuga, as if their life will be so long, long. But it is not so. Yeah, it is very important point. Thank you very much.
Haribol Prabhuji, I just don't know that whether I should ask or not. I have
Who
many
knows?
questions in
Only
my
you
heart.
know what you will be asking. How can I know?
Yeah, Prabhuji. And thanks a lot for this, Prabhuji. Thank you
Hare
for the answer.
Krishna, Hare Bol.
Thank you. And
Okay.
thank you, Miki
Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhu.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Bol.
Prabhuji, what is this Ramakrishna mission, and
Ah.
why they didn't consider the Krishna as the supreme personality of the Godhead? And there are also many means Bhagavad classes in it, but why did they didn't consider Krishna as the supreme personality of the Godhead?
Ah,
Ramakrishna mission.
oh, very nice question. Well, Ramakrishna mission is very, very famous in India, especially in West Bengal and in Maharashtra state, as I've heard also, because of their welfare activities. You can read article about them in Wikipedia, and you will see that they don't belong to bona fide parampara. They don't have bona fide
Yeah,
chain of disciplic succession, which
yeah,
ideally
yeah,
should start from Krishna. That's why I
yeah,
highly recommend you to study Bhagavad Gita with us.
yeah. I
Yeah,
study with you, but for the
yeah.
knowledge,
Moreover,
I ask the question.
yeah. Moreover, they looks like they don't. They are not about to follow all regulative principles. And in
Yeah, yeah,
Transcendental Diary, written by Hari Shauri Prabhu, he is Srila Prabhupada's secretary. There are some cases where Srila Prabhupada was criticizing Ramakrishna mission in the
yeah, yeah,
sense that welfare activity is good and they helped a lot of people and we appreciate this. But if to speak about message of bhakti as it is, so this message of bhakti is not given in a proper form by their movement, but they are good
yeah,
welfare movement. In that sense, we
yeah.
appreciate them.
Yeah. But they are also Mayavadis.
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
yeah,
But they
exactly.
are, but they are also Mayavadi.
Oh, then
Yeah,
then of course we should not associate with them if they are Mayavadis.
yeah,
Then we should avoid
yeah, of course.
if to what to speak. That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you for a nice
Hare
question.
Krishna.
Prabhuji, he asked a very pertinent question, so I'll only add two more points.
Yeah, please do it.
What you just said, as per my information that I have, there is a key difference in the philosophy. Prabhuji, that you asked the question, right? So there is a key difference in the philosophy. If you talk about their philosophy, it focuses on Advait, which means dualistic, perspective, which means teaching of oneness of the individual along with the ultimate reality. So, Prabhuji, can I take that liberty to talk in Hindi just to explain this point?
Okay, okay. That's normal.
Yeah.
ठीक
So,
है ठीक है
everyone understands. या तो प्रभु जी दोनों के बीच में डिफरेंस ये है कि जो रामकृष्ण मिशन है वो ये जो योग प्रैक्टिसेस होती हैं जैसे कि ज्ञान योग है, ध्यान योग है, and जो हठ क्रिया योग जिसको हम बोलते हैं उस पर ज्यादा एम्फेसिस देते हैं। लेकिन ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी अगर हम बात करें इस्कॉन या फिर और जो स्पिरिचुअल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं या लेट्स से गौड़ या वैष्णव जो संप्रदाय हैं अलग अलग,
जी
सो वहां पे जो है भक्ति की एक्सक्लूसिविटी पे बात होती है, भक्ति यानी कृष्ण की टीचिंग्स एंड एवरीथिंग। बट ऑन द आउटर पेरिफेरी अगर हम बात करें तो जैसे आपने क्वेश्चन में मेंशन किया था कि रामकृष्ण मिशन में वो लोग भी भगवत गीता क्लासेस कंडक्ट करवाते हैं एंड सो ऑन सो फोर्थ। बट उन लोगों का जो की थीम है वो ये है कि सारे पार्ट्स अल्टीमेटली सेम रियलिटी की तरफ जाते हैं। लेकिन हम जानते हैं कि दैट्स अद्वैत फिलोसफी, राइट? और हम जो
जी
हैं वो अचिंत्य भेदा भेद पे डील करते हैं,
जी
सो देयर आर ऑल 6 दर्शन। अगर आप कभी पढ़े तो आपको पता चलेगा, द्वैत अद्वैत है, विशिष्ट अद्वैत है, देन दीज आर द थिंग्स। सो ये एक फिलोसफी का डिफरेंस आता है, राइट? सो
जी।
ये मैं
मैं
आपको
तो बस ना, मुझे तो पता है, लेकिन मैं बस नॉलेज के लिए पूछा, क्योंकि जब बुक्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में हम लोग जाते हैं, प्रचार के लिए जाते हैं, तो कोई अगर क्वेश्चंस करता है तो हम लोग के पास आंसर्स होना चाहिए ना हम लोग के पास। अगर हम लोग दे नहीं पाएंगे तो फिर
एग्जैक्टली
वो लोग चले जाएंगे रामकृष्ण मिशन में, फिर मतलब वो लोग भी स्पिरिचुअल गेन नहीं कर पाएंगे, वो लोग भी भगवान को जान नहीं पाएंगे, इसलिए।
एग्जैक्टली
और जो रामकृष्ण मिशन है ना, उसमें तो जो फिश है ना, फिश फिश का भी मतलब
या
कुछ मिलता है, फिश फिश का जो मीट है वो उधर पे मिलती है रामकृष्ण मिशन में। मुझे एक प्रभु जी ने बताया था, मतलब।
या
Yeah,
सही बात
वही
है।
fish we don't
वही।
eat. That's right. We don't. Why we
या
eating fish? It is also a very important difference between them and us. Very
या
या
important.
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू,
Okay,
हरे कृष्ण।
Prabhu. Thank you very much. Okay, so it is done. Means our meeting is done, and we can stop here and have a nice evening and good night. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा।
Ванчикал
थैंक यू
превеща, випасинбе евача патитанам паванабhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, devotees, for
Hare Krishna,
joining in this
Prabhuji.
session. And I would request you that you should jot down Hari Bol for Prabhuji for conducting such a beautiful
Haribol.
session, and he answered all your questions, whatever you had in your minds. So thank you so much, Prabhuji. It's always good to see you, and it's always good to talk to you.
Next
And
Saturday we have the second part.
surely, Prabhuji, we all will be joining.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
हरे
Krishna.
कृष्ण।
All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Sri Guru and Gauranga. Hari Bol.
हरे
Harry Boy.